This morning, the FBI is investigating after several Tesla vehicles were shot at and set on fire in Las Vegas. Attorney General Pam Bondi calls the attacks nothing short of domestic terrorism. There have been attacks on Elon Musk's Tesla dealerships across the country. President Trump makes clear who he blames.
Do you consider this an act of domestic terrorism?
I think so.
Why?
I think that if and when they catch the people, and I hope they do, the good thing is they have a lot of cameras in those places, and they've caught some already having to do with that. I think that you will find out that they're paid by people that are very highly political on the left.
All right, he didn't provide any evidence of that. Let's get right to CNN's Josh Campbell for the latest.
The FBI and local police are investigating yet another act of vandalism at a Tesla facility, this time in Las Vegas. Police responded to 911 calls early Tuesday morning, reporting gunshots and flames at the Tesla repair center. Upon arrival, they found multiple cars set on fire.
This was a targeted attack against a Tesla facility. We believe the suspect approached the business wearing all black clothing, and he used what appear to be Molotov cocktails and a firearm to conduct his attack.
Authorities say the word "resist" was spray painted on the building.
We do not believe that there's any further threat to the general public. However, as a precaution, like we do on many of these types of incidents, we've increased our police presence, in particular at Tesla locations.
While police say they believe this was an isolated incident, it does follow multiple other acts of vandalism at Tesla dealers, including places like Kansas City, Missouri, the Chicago area, and Southern California. Tesla founder Elon Musk took to X, calling this an act of terrorism. Now, authorities say multiple personnel from the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force are conducting an investigation in order to identify the suspect and a motive.
Violent acts like this are unacceptable regardless of where they occur, and specifically to those who might think that something like this is justifiable or potentially even admirable, we want to let you know it's a federal crime. We will come after you, we will find you, and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, one aspect of Tesla products that could assist the FBI in this investigation is the fact that many of the company's vehicles are equipped with video camera technology that could be used to identify the suspect. Authorities say they are currently working with Tesla in order to help exploit any footage that may have been captured of the attack. Josh Campbell, CNN, Los Angeles.
All right, our thanks to Josh Campbell. CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson is joining me now. We want to talk about some of these issues. What do you first of all make of the way that Trump and the DOJ are handling this situation?
Sarah, good morning to you.
Good morning. I always forget to say good morning, and you always embarrass me, Joey.
It is
and
all
say
good.
Good morning to me, but it's all good.
So here's the point, though, right? I don't think violence should be politicized at all.
Yeah.
And when we talk about issues of vandalism, there's a distinction between vandalism because people are having fun and doing maybe not so smart things.
Sounds like you're familiar with that from
yes,
your young
my days in the Bronx. But the reality is that when we're talking about here about that vandalism being really tethered, connected, related to a broader message, it's disturbing. And we have to be very clear when we talk about this, because just as this involves Elon Musk, who's doing some things that many people find repulsive. What is his title, by the way? Who knows? We know he has a lot of power. There could be other instances, right? White supremacists or others who engage in acts that are untoward, inappropriate, illegal, that present other problems. So in talking about this, I think we have to be very clear in not making it a political issue, but sticking to the facts, the law, and whatever that mets out, the Department of Justice should pursue.
Speaking of which, the AG is calling this domestic terrorism. You mentioned the fact that if it is politically based, in other words, you're doing it because of a political message. So when you look at this scenario, could she actually go after anyone who is caught burning up a Tesla?
So I don't think anyone who's caught burning up a Tesla, but I think when you have this type of approach, where it seems to be that Teslas are on fire, they're blowing up, there are signs that say, defy or what have you, it presents a problem. Every case, Sarah, is a fact-by-fact inquiry, depending upon the facts, the circumstances, the nature of the offense. But when you have wholesale destruction, no matter what you think about Elon Musk, whether you're a fan or not a fan, the issue is, are you, in terms of domestic terrorism, let's define it, are you doing through an act of destruction or violence something that is designed to intimidate or influence people, the civilian population? And that's pretty troubling.
On the subject of Elon Musk, there's been all kinds of vandalism against Teslas and Tesla dealerships all over the country, Las Vegas, Kansas City, Encinitas, Buffalo Grove, Littleton, Mass. I grew up right next to Littleton, Mass. Loveland, Colorado, Tigard, Oregon, all over the place. Musk was asked about all of this on television tonight. Listen to what he said.
I always thought the left, or the Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships. I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here. I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy.
Actually, I'm sure he's got lots of evidence for that.
Look, I will be consistent on this. I don't think vandalism, I don't think violence is what you do to make your point. I've said that around January 6th. I've said it around protests, and I'll say it here. Do I agree what Elon Musk is doing with Doge? No. But what I would encourage people, and I don't even know if the folks who are doing the vandalism are actual Democrats or Republicans, but they're people who want to destroy our democracy as well. This is what I will tell folks. In moments like this, if you are so enraged that you want to act on something, you have a representative, you have a senator in Congress that doesn't have to be there any longer. You should go tell them that you are disgusted, to Shermichael's point, that you don't like that they are not taking their congressional responsibility to heart and challenging the president and say, let us pass this law, let us repeal back this funding. But taking it with vandalism, don't agree with it, don't associate it with it. It shouldn't be a part of the Democratic brand. It shouldn't be part of the Republican brand. It's not an American brand.
So doubtful it's Republicans attacking Tesla dealerships around the country. It's pretty wild, actually. The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure are Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't
Are
support.
we okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me
I'm
educate.
so sorry.
Let me educate you.
You don't need to patronize
you don't need to. You don't.
I'm
And
just
you don't need to
saying-
be condescending to
I'm
me.
not
So let me
condescending.
educate you about my position. You want to attack me? Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let's do this January
I'm just
6th
asking
and then
you a
near
question.
it.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay.
Stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence against Tesla or Congress or anyone else should be put in jail, 1,000%. But that should not stifle dissent or opposition from Elon Musk.
Give it a little lip service. Give it a little both sides. Go ahead.
We're so both sides here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to say that people are legitimately upset. They're legitimately upset at Elon Musk, and they're doing it on their own, but there is no reason to have violence in the country. But I just wish all of us would support criticism of, or would support punishing people who are violent wherever they are.
For what I
and not
understand, the
letting them
Teslas
out
will
of jail.
fall apart if you just leave them alone anyway.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really anybody really needs to do about it. Just drive them enough. Eventually, the things will start to just like.
I do think,
fall off the side, from what I've read, allegedly.
one thing that would, and I don't actually think anybody was both siding this, is I think one of the ways to actually move past this is not to be, I don't know who these people are. I don't associate with them as Democrats. They're wrong. I don't know who the January 6 people were. You don't associate with them as Republicans. They're wrong. And that is the fact. That is it. Right is right, is wrong. And I think when we try to over-politicize things, that's when tensions get high. And that's where we are in this country. Both sides feel unseen, unheard, and they're taking violence to express themselves. And that's not what we should be about.